our e-commerce tip is going to be 100% focused on things you can do to finish Q1 strong because you still have time. You're at the halfway mark of Q1 and to start Q2 strong. Here's some things that might help you to be able to do both. So I'm going to let Kelly start with number one.
Products that sell in Q2. So it's going to have to be summertime. And everyone's planning, end of the school year. You got Mother's Day coming up. And the weather's changing. So if you do clothes, you're going to start, you follow what's going on in the stores, what's happening in stores. They're putting out swimsuits right now. So if you have swimsuits, better get them up because people are getting ready to go on those cruises, um, or to the beach or to the pool with their kids. So, um, put out the clothes and the outdoor activities. Baseball and is about to come up. It's spring training right now for Major League Baseball, so that means that they're going to people are going to start wanting to wear their teams because football's done, basketball's but ready to go to their playoffs soon. So now everyone's going to watch baseball.
That's true. So yeah, so you should be thinking about sourcing and selling those products that are going to sell in Q2. You need to be doing that now. That's something you need to be doing now. So Kelly already mentioned it, but you need to be sourcing and selling those products that are going to sell in the spring. Now, some of you are private label sellers, so you're not really thinking about this model because, again, retail arbitragers think about this. People who do thrifting think about this. People who are buying wholesale think about this. But people who have private label products, they don't always think about this. And so I just want to encourage you and invite you, whatever your private label product is, there might be an opportunity to put a Q2 spin on it, to put a spring spin on it. Sell something with your product, that bundle it together with something that is spring related to get more organic and natural traffic to it. Maybe reduce your ACOS expenses, that kind of stuff. So I'm just saying, think outside the box and start sourcing and selling, sourcing those things to sell in the spring. Source them now, list them now, find them now, so that you have the opportunity to get some sales. Next.
Like I said, summer's coming up. I guess I went ahead. I didn't check the slides before. But outdoor activities, the beach. You got planning for summer vacations. And people might be planning to have their kids do educational activities during the summer too, to keep them from regressing for what they learned over the school year. So you can do little educational bundles, road travel bundles, because the kids are rewarded in the car, and the only kid their tablet dies, and then they're
Yeah.
I'm
They act like
bored.
they
Are we
don't know how
there
to.
yet?
They act like they don't know how to think without an electronic device. I'm like, oh my god, just look out the window. Like you'll survive. Look out the window.
We didn't have any of all that. We learned how to use our imagination. So
Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, but yeah, think about sourcing those things that acquiring them now, listing them now, products that are going to sell in the summer, list them now, source them now. Okay, so the next one, Kelly mentioned some of these. Think about sourcing and listing now those things that are major holidays or events that are coming up in April, May, and June. So if you already rattled off, Easter, and you got Mother's Day, you got Father's Day, you got graduation from school, you got Cinco de Mayo. These are all U.S. ones. There's a whole bunch of international ones that we don't always think about. But this is the time right now, if you want to finish Q1 strong and you want to start Q2 strong, right now, start sourcing those products, start finding those products, start pulling them out of your death piles. Right now, start listing those products right now, whatever they are.
Okay. Review your Q2 and Q3 stats and data from, I guess, the previous year. See what worked for you last year and expand on that, and what didn't work, and maybe, learn from that. It's always a learning thing every year. Um,
Absolutely.
so I'm not one to do that. I'm bad about. I'm just throw it up and let it sit, let it fly.
But here's the deal. Even though she says she doesn't do that, she does have an idea of about some of the stuff that she knows were her hot sellers for Q2 and Q3, or what she knows is going to move in Q2 and Q3 because she's been selling for so long. So
Yeah.
there is some level of experience that comes with that that puts her in like an automatic autopilot kind of mode, or maybe she
Yeah.
doesn't
And
always review her data, but it doesn't hurt to look at your data. Trust me, it doesn't.
yeah. And with me, with the thrifting and such, what I find this year is not going to be what I'll find next year. But I know what to look for and such. So you know, it's not like retail arbitrage where when I did that, I knew I needed to go get all the Easter stuff and get the Easter stuff, you know, listed and such.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Think about common replenishables and consumables that are going to sell in Q2 and Q3. So, again, school is about to be out, believe it or not, regardless of how we feel about it. One, we're in spring break. For us, we're in the middle of spring break. So, we know that the kids are going to eat us out of house and home. It may be too late for you, unless, depending on when your spring break is. Like, if your spring break is April the 1st, you got time. But if your spring break is this week, like mine, like you don't have time. So, parents were already trying to brace themselves for the run on the refrigerator and the cabinets. so, so they're going to buy this stuff in advance, and they're going to do the same thing for the summer. When it comes to those consumables, the kids are going to burn through the bags of chips and the Doritos. Plus, they're going to have maybe a lot more energy if they go outside. If we get them like separate them from their electronics and give them outside activities, then of course, then they're going to eat a lot more because they were physically active. Or they're going to need snacks to maybe send to camp. Or if you're hosting something at your house and you're going to buy extra snacks because you're having, maybe the kids are going to, I don't know, build Minecraft cities together at your house. Like whatever it happens to be, groups of kids are going to be getting together over the summer. And that means their friends are going to be stopping by. And there's going to be a bunch of bicycles in your front yard. And they're going to be eating up everything in your house. So people are going to be buying those things. Think about that kind of stuff. Also think about the stuff that's happening in Q3, candy. So if you're a person who sources wholesale, like this is your opportunity to get those snacks and to also start preparing for Halloween candy, because Halloween is in Q. Well, it's not in Q3, it's in Q4. But again, people start thinking about Halloween in Q3. So the point is, think about those replenishables that people buy over and over again, the things that they need over and over again, the things that they're going to need on road trips. People are going to be buying things in bulk or multiples of it. So this can also maybe help you think about bundling opportunities that might present themselves in Q2 and Q3.
And
Anything
don't
else?
forget about, I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, don't forget about those Easter candy day after clearance sales to
Yep.
for, like I said, because then they put, for Easter they come out with all these like lemon flavored stuff and springy kind of flavors of candies and such that only come out at Easter, and people want these year round, so they will pay for it. But also remember for Amazon that the meltables deadline is coming up in May, so you can't sell anything that's meltable, chocolates, gummies, and such, after that date, because it will be a disgusting mess by the time it gets to the customer.
Right. Unless you're planning on sending it with some dry ice or some ice packs or something, and making sure that I'm only going to ship to like Canada or something where the temperatures are not as hot as they are in Texas. That's a different story.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they wouldn't last long here down here. I
Mm-mm.
think I did some chocolate covered uh, cherries that I had put on Amazon one time. I put them on Merchant Fulfilled, and they sold in the middle of July. So I
Mm.
put those suckers in the freezer overnight before I shipped them the next morning. I was like, hopefully.
Send them with some ice packs. I will tell you, you can buy ice packs for dirt cheap at the Dollar Tree. Just want you to know that. And you can also buy them from a wholesale supplier. I think like Kohl's Imports, you can also buy them in bulk there. So if you plan on continuing to send the chocolates and you want to be that daredevil, make sure that you're sending it with ice packs and you're sticking it in the freezer before it goes out. That's for sure.
Starting niche research for Q3 and Q4. So, Q2, especially in the summer, the sales do kind of slow down. Just saying this is the truth. And, there's usually a slowdown during the summer because everyone's out doing vacations and out doing outdoor activities. So they're not in the stores online shopping as much. So that will give you more time to kind of work up for getting ready for Q3, Q4. What's the trend's going to be for back to school, Q3? What's the trend going to be for Christmas, Q4? So kind of look at those trends so you can see where you can go ahead and get that stuff before other people who are trying to jump on the trend after it started.
Right? This is that one opportunity for you to get a leg up on your Q3, Q4 preparedness. Use that time in Q2.
Yeah,
Start now.
look what movies are coming out at the end of the year. You can Google it and see. Oh, there's gonna be a new Batman movie coming out. Oh, I better get some Batman stuff up because Batman's gonna be selling again. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know if there's a Batman movie coming. I haven't looked, but I was just came in my head. Someone's like, "Oh, Batman." No, I don't know if there's a Batman movie coming up. It just
We know that there's a couple of, I think there's another Marvel movie coming out. Of course, Shazam is coming out here in the summer. But yeah, it's just all of that stuff. But this is your opportunity to decide what kind of year you're going to have and start preparing and planning for your success because you're doing the research now. Take the slower time period to prepare to win in Q3 and Q4 because of the fact that you invested the time and energy in doing the research and sourcing. And the same thing with getting organized. This is your window. As Kelly said, Q2, sometimes things slow down. People are like, my sales are not as hot. They're not as heavy, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be things that are going to sell. There are. People are going to be buying a bunch of snack foods because they got a bunch of kids. People are not going to stop having kids. So they got a bunch of kids to feed over the summer. They got a bunch of kids to feed as soon as school's out. They got little parties to host because XYZ is moving from middle school to high school, or they're moving from elementary school to middle school, or they're going from kindergarten to to regular school. Like there's going to be those transitions. And so families are going to be getting together. There's going to be cookouts. People are going to be hanging out. 4th of July is happening. Like all of these opportunities. And you don't want to miss out on them. But if you are a hot mess, very disorganized, don't know what you're doing, don't know, what's selling, all that stuff, don't know what to source, then that's on you. And this is an opportunity to take that slower period of time to get a little more organized, to get a little more consistent, to start building those habits that will serve you very well in Q3 and Q4. So you do Q2. Take that window of opportunity to do that and to get organized. Get the My eCom Planner. You can still get it. You can still get organized for the rest of the year. Go ahead and grab it. Anything else you want to add, Kelly?
that's one of the things I need to do. That's like, oh, that's just staring me right in the face, huh?
Yeah. Well, we hope you all will use this information to help you to get organized. Use this information to help you prepare to win in Q3. Use Q2 as your foundation for all of this. Like start now on what to source. Start now on what is going to be selling in those months. Start now on thinking about your bundle opportunities. Start now. So go back and listen to the replay. Share this out with a friend. Let somebody else know about the tips that we recommend that are going to help your cash flow ending Q1 and also the beginning of Q2. Finish Q1 strong, start Q2 strong, and set the foundation in Q2 for the rest of the year's success. You can do that. Just go back and listen to the replay and everything else that Kelly and I talked about. We are going to say goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye.